What's up, y'all? Hey, we're going to kind of jump into a controversial topic today. I'm pumped about it. The reason I wanted to kind of dive into this is because I feel like it's causing too much division in the baseball world, the hitting world. So yeah, man, I just wanted to dive into it. We're just going to talk about it, kind of give our thoughts on it, and yeah, man. So we're just going to kind of hit that up, and really just so we can all kind of get on the same page, and so we can get better and keep kicking the pitchers' butts. No offense to any pitchers watching this, right? But we're trying to beat you, we're trying to hit everything hard. So we're going to jump into that. Excited about it. Go get your pen, go get some popcorn, and let's go, baby. Swing down or swing up. What is the right thing to do? Well, we're going to talk about it. This is one of the most controversial topics right now in the hitting world, and I think each side's kind of got it misunderstood a little bit, right? So there's an old adage, right, of like swing down, create backspin, cut the ball in half, all that stuff, right? And I think the premise for that comes from like wanting to make sure that we don't pop balls up, and so we have a good opportunity to hit the ball hard, put it in play, make everybody else make a play, put pressure out there. None of those things are bad. I think the only place where people have some frustration is when you watch the swing, right? The down part, right, doesn't make up the whole swing. And you watch the swing, right, and they are not swinging like this. Okay? So I think in recent years with the evolution of, like slow speed cameras, being able to look at different things, people are seeing, right, regardless of if you think this or something else, that bat is getting flat with the ball, matching the ball, and working to the ball, right? Now, then there's another group that's kind of like maligned a little bit as the people that say swing up, right? I think, again, this is a result of people watching film, not making it because they tried to hit balls to the second baseman, hit balls over the second baseman, whatever it is, right? And it didn't work. So those people are looking at the swing and saying, hey, more of the swing is flat, hitting the ball on the angle that it's coming in than this part. So I'm not going to talk about that part, right? So I think that the biggest thing is that we've got to understand that both of those are a piece of the swing, right? And really what it comes down to is we want hard line drives hit all the time, right? So figuring out what helps produce that needs to be individual for each individual person, right? So let's take Juan Soto, right? Who's one of the greatest young hitters right now in the game, right? So he does a couple of drills, right? I'll put him over there so you can kind of see, right? So right here, you see how he's kind of doing that drill, doing that? Okay, so he's working on something very specific, right? And it's working. It's helping him produce exactly what he needs to produce, okay? So like, there is a down part, right? So when I go from here to a point of where the ball is, because I'm not swinging up here, that ball's up here, right? The barrel does have to travel down into the zone, okay? But then I think a lot of reason that guys like specifically Juan Soto type as far as like mechanics of his swing, right? If you watch his swing, right? Watch his swing, like he's real heavy back here, okay? So if you'll look at that, right? So if I'm real heavy on the back side, you see how kind of my hip angle is here slightly up a little bit, and this is kind of slightly up a little bit. So I'm starting off with a preset angle that's already kind of slanted a little bit. So I think that a way to counteract that, right, if I'm already set up this way, I've got to do something that's different. So something I can do that's different, right, is if I'm already kind of feeling like I'm up, if I feel this, now I could end up somewhere in the middle, okay? But we also have to be careful that we use other guys' cues for what we need as an individual, okay? So, because everybody talks about backspin. Backspin is super important. Nothing of what I'm about to say is going to take away anything from backspin, okay? But there's a clip, right, where Josh Donaldson is talking about backspin, right? And the purpose of backspin. Actually, let's watch it right here.
If you hit down on the ball, you overspin it. You know, ball balloons, it just sits, and now the outfielder, easy out. In order to get the trajectory that you want with the right spin, you have to have a positive impact at the ball. And what positive means is you're catching the ball on a slight up.
The point of backspin is to get it to its peak. But once we get it to its peak, it doesn't stop spinning. Once I get it to this highest point, climbing, then when it's here, it's gonna keep spinning. And what's it gonna do? It's gonna work against it and it's gonna roll backwards. That's why some guys are trying to spin the ball less. Now, do you need to worry about that watching right now? Probably not. Okay, but there is such a thing as overspinning balls, right? Just like you can overspin a pitch or there is a way to do that. Okay, so the biggest thing that we got to realize, right, is that you cannot take somebody else's cue or what worked for you, and that is not going to work for everybody else 100% of the time. Okay, right? So you can think down, right? I know there's a guy who's an incredible hitting guy who talks about down, knowing that this physics term, right, inertia and gravity are going to take the bat there. Right, so he focuses on the striking part, knowing that the gravity and inertia are going to work him there. That is not what most people that talk about swing down are talking about. Okay, so we've just got to understand that both sides want the same thing. Okay, hit the ball hard, hit a line drive, have success, win the game, win championships, win all those things. Okay. So, but the biggest thing is we've got to kind of understand each side of it and the perspective that they bring. So as you listen and you watch these guys talk about their swing, right, up, down, side to side, all that stuff, seek to have understanding of what they're saying, not just do what they're saying. Okay, that's for anything. That's for anybody with anything, anywhere, anyhow, right? So make sure that you understand why, and then watch film and understand it and look at how they do it, right? And then understand that, hey, I've got to figure out how to build, get myself ready, do all those things to where like everything I hit is a barrel and it's contact and it's a line drive, okay? So let's stop going after each other's throat. Let's stop trying to be right. Let's try and get it right so everybody can be successful, okay? If you're a player watching this, understand that you may fall somewhere in the middle, okay? But seek to get it, right? We talked about learning. We talked about all these different things the past couple of weeks. Seek to understand it and get it, okay? So you can build a swing that's yours and not borrowed from somebody else, okay? So hope y'all enjoyed that. We'll keep talking about stuff like this. Before you go, subscribe. See ya.